What's wrong, baby?
Oh, I got sunburned so bad yesterday. Can you see?
Is that why you're glowing?
I'm glowing today. Oh. Yes, I was out in the sun yesterday.
4 hours.
4 hours. Yes, volunteering my services at my church. We have the Upward Soccer League. And I volunteered to be a referee. I didn't wear any sunscreen, didn't wear any cap, didn't wear sunglasses. I just got red. Now I'm paying for it the next day.
My poor boo-boo.
But I'm not hurting as much as she is with that neck brace, so I don't feel too bad. Welcome back to Living La Vida Low Carb on YouTube. We're up to episode 65, and my name is Jimmy Moore.
I'm Christine Moore.
And today we're going to talk about something a little bit related to the sun, because a lot of people have heard about the sun vitamin, which is
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D. And, you know, you've heard a lot about vitamin D. It kind of is the in vitamin right now. Everybody is talking about vitamin D. Vitamin D this, vitamin D that. And I recently blogged about your vitamin D levels. Tell them what your vitamin D3 level was.
9.
9. As of January, it was 9. Holy cow. Now, I had mine tested last, I believe it was like June or July, and mine was 42, which is still not very high. Not as severely bad as hers was, but 42, I was a little disappointed because I thought, you know what, I could probably get mine up. And I remember talking to, on my podcast show, thelivinglowcarbshow.com. Check it out. I remember talking to a podcast guest there. His name is Dr. William Davis from the HeartScan blog. He's going on the cruise with us next year. Woo-hoo.
Woo-hoo.
And he was telling me about vitamin supplementation. And that a lot of times people who have very low vitamin D levels, it's D3 levels that are low, and yet what do they prescribe you? They prescribed it to Christine. 50,000 IU vitamin D2 pills.
Which did nothing for my vitamin D3 levels.
Right. So what we did, and based on the recommendation of Dr. Davis, was he said, well, why don't you start taking vitamin D3 gel caps? And he said the gel caps are the best absorbed. And it's very cheap. In fact, they come in 1,000 IU gel cap forms. But we found at our local Sam's Club these vitamin D3 2,000 IU gel caps. And basically 5 of these things, I'm going to pull one out for you to see how small it is. I mean, these things are like teeny tiny small. You can barely fit in your hand. It's so little bitty. But look at that. So basically, if you wanted to take 10,000 IU to get your vitamin D3 levels up, you would take, 5 of those. And I mean, you can down that with your vitamins. No big deal. 5 of those. That's 10,000 IU. Now, that's what I did. For the last 6 months, I have been taking vitamin D3 supplementation, 10,000 IU a day. Seems extreme, right?
You should have seen his doctor's eyes when he told him he was taking 10,000 IU a day. They were like...
Yeah, but see, doctors have been taught to be careful about toxicity of vitamin D and different other vitamins. And they think that, taking high amounts of vitamin D, like 10,000 IU a day, is dangerous to you. But from learning from a lot of the different vitamin D experts, one, his name is Michael Hollick. He has an excellent blog that if you want to learn more about vitamin D health and all the health implications from it, his blog is actually called vitamindhealth.org. And when you go there, you can see all the various ways that vitamin D can impact your health. So check that out. But yeah, it was funny when I told him I was taking 10,000 IU a day. But the thing is, I had a 42 was my level, which was on the low end. I wanted to try to get it up to around 70 because 70 is probably a pretty good level of vitamin D3 in your body. So I took 10,000 IU a day for 6 months in a row. Just recently had it tested and it came back 68. So from 42 to 68 just from taking supplementation vitamin D3. Now a lot of people would say, well, you don't need to take that much supplement if you just get in some sun during the day. But unless you live north of Atlanta, Georgia, or south of Atlanta, Georgia, you cannot get nearly enough vitamin D in your body. A lot of people don't realize that. They just say, oh, I'll just get out in the sun for a few hours and my vitamin D levels will be fine. No. Especially if you live in climates where you don't get very much sun. I know Dr. Davis talked about, he lives in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They don't get much sun in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
No. Yeah.
Or Seattle, Washington. That's another place. You don't get much sun there. Unless you live in, Texas or Florida, you're not getting near enough vitamin D from the sun, even if you're out 4 hours on the soccer field.
And that's important. You don't need to be out 4 hours. You
Right.
can just stay out 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, about 10 to 20 minutes in the sun. But again, if you're north of Atlanta, Georgia, it's a moot point to try to get enough vitamin D just from the sun, which
Exactly.
is why supplementation is so important. Now, you might be wondering, all right, vitamin D3 tablets, those have to be expensive. The thing is, her 4 vitamin D2 prescription 50,000 IU pills, she got 4 of them. It was $30. This has a whole bunch. I can't see the number. 400 soft gels, and it was $12 at Sam's.
And this is the right stuff.
And
the
this
other
is
stuff
the
that he
good
gave me
stuff.
wasn't.
Yeah, this is the D3. So you got to take the right stuff. So I would say get your vitamin D3 levels checked, and there's a real neat website that I found that I'm actually participating in. It's actually kind of a survey. It's from a group called Grassroots Health. If you visit grassrootshealth.net/D-action, that's D as in dog, or vitamin D, -action, and go there. We'll have the link right there. You will see how you can get your vitamin D3 levels checked. And it's $40, which is very inexpensive when you think about diagnostic tests like that. Mm-hmm. Get your blood checked. It's very simple. I got back my results that showed me the 68 within about a week and a half. And they send it to you in the email. And every 6 months, you'll get to get your vitamin D3 levels checked just to see where you are. And I think they realize how deficient we are in vitamin D3 here in the United States, and they want to do something about it. So if you're concerned about what your D3 levels are, get them checked. Go to that grassrootshealth.net/D-action and join the D-action survey, and let's do something about this deficiency. Because a lot of people say, well, what's the big deal about vitamin D? There is a huge deal, and I think hopefully today with this video you are understanding that it's a lot bigger deal than you probably imagined. Well, that's all the time we have for Living La Vida Low Carb on YouTube, episode 65. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back again soon with yet another video about the healthy low carb lifestyle. See ya!
Bye.
Bye.